So it says wrecked him, then killed him. Oh, hey, welcome to Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. I have a new setup today. You can see there it's saying, scrolling across here, Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, and that's me. So here's the deal. Every day I go live for about 10 minutes. We talk about digital marketing, but we talk about other things. We're talking about a lot of other things. We're talking about mindset and how to become the ideal version of ourselves. All right. So every day I go live for about 10 minutes. And today's Monday, as I'm streaming this, today's Monday, the 17th of May. So we're going to kind of move towards the deep end of the pool, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I'm going to start the show in a minute. Waiting for other people to join. I'm going to start interviewing people. We'll start doing this more of a podcast style. So I'm looking for other people here to start interviewing. Not even sure if I'm going to continue this Hidden Secrets Revealed Live title. I just kind of started doing this a few weeks ago. And I wanted a title. But I might bring back my podcast that I was doing for a while, a few years ago. It's called The Fenn Den. And my goal there was to win your hearts and change your mind. I know I can't change anybody's mind, really. So there are a few people where you can change their mind, but most people are resistant. So that's what this is about today. It's about the resistance. Viva la resistance. All right. So today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, why you are resisting moving forward and changing your life for the better. The idea is simple. Every day I go live for about 10 minutes. We talk about digital marketing, but we talk about other things. Try to stay away from politics and such things as politics and sensitive subjects like that, but I'm not going to entirely avoid it. Currently, as we're live right now, currently there is a conflict. There's a conflict in Israel, and it's a long story that can't really point to one particular thing that's the cause of it. But let's start here. In 1948, Israel became a nation. And they became a nation in a very, very small region in the Middle East, surrounded by huge nations, huge populations of Arab people. So this happened after wars and atrocities, but in 1948, the state of Israel was established. And previous to that, the people who referred to themselves as Palestinians were Jewish. This is all public information that you can verify. There was no such thing as Palestinians as we know it today. The idea of the term Palestinians referred to people who lived in the territory of Palestine because it was never a nation, it was always a territory. And when Yasser Arafat in the 80s started leading the people, he shifted the narrative to this idea of these persecuted Palestinian people. And all of a sudden, the Arabs who lived there, the Jordanian Arabs who lived in that region, were known as Palestinians. And after generations, the narrative that they have told their children were that you are persecuted people. Now, in 2005, Israel gave up territory. They gave up Gaza. They gave up their area in the Gaza Strip, and they gave it to the Palestinian people. All Israeli citizens, Israeli people moved out. Jewish Israelis moved out of Gaza and gave it to the Palestinian people. How did those people in Gaza repay Israel for that? You're witnessing it now. And it's happened before and it'll happen again. It's nothing new. Every time this happens, every time there's conflict, the same story comes up. Palestinians are victims. Boo-hoo. Hamas hides behind children. Hamas fights out of civilian civilian areas. Hamas launches their rockets from civilian area, and they use children as a defense shield. And then when civilians get hurt, they say, "Look how bad Israel is." It's called a victim mentality, and you recognize this victim mentality in people who make excuses and figuratively hide behind children. Literally, in this case, hide behind things that they make into victims. It's a victim mentality, and that's the actual problem. Is a victim mentality, and that's the war that we're up against. Is being a victim. The war you're up against. Now, I'm sort of using this as an allegory because the war you're up against, you personally, the excuses you make for not being financially successful, not having the life that you want, not achieving the goals that you set out. Everyone is supposed to be rich. There's no reason why everyone cannot be rich. The only thing stopping people from being rich is the victim mentality, and they don't believe that they can do it. I've fought against that victim mentality in myself, and I'm still fighting it. And I believe that I can be extremely rich. But if I make excuses and if I don't take the action I need to take, it's not going to happen. So, what excuses are you hiding behind? There's no one stopping you. See, in the case of the Palestinian people, they're surrounded by other Arab nations, which could easily take them in if they wanted to, but they don't want to. Why? Because they need a pawn in the game. Yes, the Palestinian people are pawns in this game of chess, and they're the people that the terrorists, Hamas, and others like them can sacrifice to make Israel look like the bad guy. It's a game that they've always played. That's a game that they'll keep playing as long as people, as long as you see people protesting for free Palestine bullshit, they're going to keep doing it because it works. Because it tricks these people into believing this narrative that these poor people are under occupation and they're under apartheid. But that's bullshit. I know it. You know it. And I dare you to give me counter evidence. I dare you. All right. I try to keep it light, but I didn't today. So my time's up here. I got to get back to work. All right. Thanks for watching.